Michael T. Porter here. Welcome to Rooted in Music TV. This is where we talk about everything that is music related, from lyrics to music news, whatever, artists, past news, current news, what's going on. I just love music and I want you guys to come hang out with me. I got another bomb episode. Before we begin, hit that like button, subscribe button, share button. Don't be afraid to pass me around. Pass me around Facebook, Instagram, and all other social media platforms. And y'all know how I feel about my ching. If you'd like to support the channel, Cash App, $ Michael US. Also check out the website 250gemstones.com.co. Come on in. We're gonna dive into some lyrics. Michael Jackson. How many of y'all like Michael Jackson? How many of y'all like Michael Jackson? I love Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson, Will You Be There? We're going to be breaking down these lyrics, and just want to say a little background history. There's allegations that he did some unholy things with children, which I don't believe. Now, at the same time, I'm not an idiot. There is a possibility anything's possible, but I believe in giving people a benefit of the doubt. There's a lot of people that are getting lied on who are not millionaires. A lot of people say, he did these type of things because he signed an oath with the music industry. Well, what about all the men who ain't even in the music industry? What about all the men who just everyday men who get lied on every day about these, egregious allegations? So I don't know, but people have their opinion. I got mine, and I'm gonna hold on to mine. But phenomenal talent, phenomenal voice. Let's see who wrote the song. See if he wrote the song. Michael Jackson, Will You Be There? That's one of my favorite songs. Songwriters, Michael. Oh, did y'all know Michael Jackson's middle name is Joe? Wow, I never knew that. Michael Joe Jackson. Okay. Everybody knows the story about him and his dad. He used to whoop him and all this stuff, and he had a terrible childhood, and his dad couldn't amount to anything, so he beat them boys into stardom. So, he had a messed up childhood. But, nevertheless, let's dive in. So it starts off with the verse. Hold me like the river of Jordan, and I will then say to thee, you are my friend. So hold me like the river of Jordan. I think that's a biblical reference. Hold me like the river of Jordan. Jordan is referenced a lot in the Christian Bible. Hold me like the river of Jordan. Y'all can help me with that too. It's already, see, this is a Michael Jackson getting it in. He wrote the song, so Michael Jackson, a poet, sing, he can dance, he can do everything. Electrifying. Hold me like the river of Jordan. Y'all help me out with that one. And I will then say to thee, you are my friend. Carry me like you are my brother. Well, that's pretty simple but effective. Love me like a mother. Will you be there? The first verse continues, weary, tell me when you hold me. So I think in the song I think he feels lonely. I think throughout this song came out in 1991, and I think this was I'm not sure. They said Macaulay Culkin accused him, or he had these other white boys accusing him of doing things with him in the bed. So I think it was around this time. I think he was feeling lonely. The media press, they were saying he was weird. He had changed his skin color. A lot of people forget how chaotic his life was, though. Like Tupac, how chaotic, and through all that chaos, their life was just really simple, because there's just a simple message for people to get along and love one another, because his life is short. His skin color was changed, and then he got all this going on, the Jacko Wacko, and to see how Michael sustained himself for 30 years in the last 20 years is just, he died at 50, so the first 30 years of his life, 30 years of his life was just amazing. The last 20 has just been up and down, it's chaotic, and he's fighting with the music industry, and people are having these allegations. So I think he was feeling real lonely and vulnerable, kind of like when Tupac was going through his situation when he got shot the first time in New York, how he felt so vulnerable like that. He said he never thought a black man would shoot him because he's fighting for black people. He didn't realize they were niggas. So, see, Tupac was fighting for black folk, but bear in mind, within if there's 100 black folks, is there at least about 20 niggas out there? It wasn't black folks that shot Tupac, it was niggas. Niggas, niggas, niggas. And so going back to Michael, he just feels so lonely. That's why he's asking somebody, weary, tell me when you hold me. When wrong, will you scold me? He's looking for a real friend. When wrong, will you scold me? That's a good line, because a lot of times, especially if you're somebody with power, if you're somebody with influence, you have a lot of yes men around your ass. You got a lot of yes men. Michael Jackson said, "What do you think about this project? Is this song good?" Yes, yes, yes. Because you're Michael Jackson. Because they scared to lose their damn job. They are scared. A lot of yes men are scared to lose their job because you have one of the best jobs. You're hanging around Michael Jackson. I mean, you get to go on private jets. You get to go see girls. You get to go see this. You get to ride around in Mercedes, AMGs, limos, the finest hotel. That man ain't trying to lose his goddamn job. Niggas ain't trying to lose their job. If they got a job like this working near Michael Jackson, for Michael Jackson, you a manager. So I think, to look at a different angle, yes men will always say yes because they scared of pissing off the superstar and losing their job. Can you imagine Michael Jackson come to you and say, Mike, you gotta remember, he's a legend. He's already a legend. He was a living legend at the time. And what do you think about this song? It's trash, Mike. It's absolute garbage. You can do better. I think you need to reinvent yourself. And when you start telling him the truth, and Michael said, okay, thanks for your input. Michael goes back and talks to another guy. Another guy comes out, Michael T. Porter, you're fired. Ooh. Got fired for telling Michael Jackson the truth. But here's the thing, Michael Jackson wants the truth. He wants the truth about himself. Who really loves me? Who's going to be there for me? Because nobody was there for Michael. His daddy whooped on his dad. Maybe Janet, his family, but outside his family, that's all you really have at the end of the day. And hopefully people at least have that. When wrong, when you scold me, he's looking for somebody to tell him the truth about himself. Men love to be correct. That's one thing about the difference between men and women. One of the biggest differences, men look to be corrected. Men look for structure and discipline. These are things that help us navigate through this crazy world, keep us in line so we continue to get the bag, continue to be healthy, discipline on how we eat, discipline on how we go to work. You got to be consistent, disciplined and consistent, and, having some structure in your life so things will start going smoothly. But they told me a man should be faithful and walk when not able. That's one of my favorite lines. A man should be faithful and walk not able. These expectations are coming from the Bible. All these expectations coming from the Bible because God said if you just had a faith of a little mustard seed, you will be able to move mountains. God set the tone. The pathway to heaven is like a narrow gateway, but the pathway to hell is like a broad highway. The expectation, not many people are going. As Jesus even said, humanly speaking, key word, human. Humanly speaking, it is impossible to get into heaven. But with God, anything is possible. I didn't mean to be preaching to y'all like that. I didn't mean to do that, but it's just in my spirit and in my soul to give y'all some game, give y'all some life, give y'all the word. I did something nice today with my rotten self. A man should be faithful and walk when not able and fight to the end, but I'm only human. Human beings, we're flawed. We're terrible creatures. This is why we need God to correct us. This is why we need God to pour into us. This is why we need God to correct our mind. This world is so polluted with everything you can think of: pornography, violence, envy, jealousy, lust, temptation, everything you can think of, alcoholism, drugs, perversion, anger. There's so many things in this world that keeps us from God and causes us to sin, causes us to, not live a life that's pleasing not only to God but pleasing to ourselves. A lot of people ain't living the life they want to live. A lot of people, they're trying to figure it out. Frustration, depression. There's so many things that human beings go through every day, and this is where I like this part because he's such a mega star, but he's letting people know I'm just human, just like you. I got feelings just like you. I get vulnerable just like you. And he said, as a man, not only just a superstar, these are high expectations for an everyday man. A man can't cry. A man can't. There is no safe haven. You're supposed to go. You're expected just to go out there and kill and hunt, provide and give everything that you killed Just give it back to the village, and maybe they can get a hug or a pat on the back. You just gotta do it again. That's it. But what he's saying right here, there's more to being a man than just providing. There's more to being a man than just making sure my wife and family and even back in the days, my community and neighborhood is protected. There's more to that, and fight to the end. But I'm only human. There's other aspects of a man that the world don't want to tap into. And I'm not talking about the emotional kumbaya. I'm talking about philosophies and having a big heart and coming up with plans to make the world better. All these wonderful things, but he said you got to fight to the end. No matter how old you are as a man, these expectations are high. And he says, okay, he says, not every time I'm going to meet these expectations. I'm not going to meet these expectations every single day, every single time. So, now I'm going to go back. Now I'm going to the chorus. Now the chorus. Okay, hold on, y'all. Hold on. Okay, my bad. So, damn, this song goes. So, this song is not structured like a regular song. Okay, so, weary, tell me will you hold me. When wrong, tell me you scold me. That was the second verse. Okay, that was the second verse. So, I'm on the third verse now. So, there is no chorus. It kind of, because if you listen to the song, it's just the choir in the background kind of singing and harmonizing through the transition. So, where are we on the third verse? So, third verse. Everyone's taking control of me. Seems that the world's got a role for me. I'm so confused. Will you show to me? You'll be there for me and care enough to bear me. So everyone's taking control of me. They're going back to his father. It's going back to the those heinous allegations with the little ones. Seems that the world's got a role for me. Talking about the music industry, they want him to sing. Now, the music industry did allow him to put a lot of positive music out. So, it seems like the world has a role for me, controlling me. The world have a role for me, as a superstar. I think he's getting tired of the celebrity lifestyle. Because once you're in celebrity status, especially as big as he is, you have a role. And I think this song is a cry out that there's more to me than being an entertainer. There's so much more to me than just being a dancer. There's so much more to me than just being a songwriter. I'm so confused. Will you show to me? You'll be there for me. So all these people that have all these expectations and want to control him, all these things. Well, are you going to be the same people? Are you going to be the same people that are going to be there when I fall off? Oh, niggas fall off. Michael Jackson, everybody fall off. I don't give a damn how much money you got. Everybody fall off at one point in their life or another. At some point in your life, you're going to fall off. And this is where you gotta dig deep. And I think this song, he's digging deep. He's trying to figure out who really going to be there for him when he falls off. Financially, and he did lose a lot of money, but he gained it back buying Sony. Bought Eminem's catalog too. Will you be there for me when I mentally fall off, when I emotionally fall off, when I spiritually all type of falling off, all types of falling off. I'm doing bad. Michael Jackson doing bad in the street. Michael Jackson's asking, when I'm falling off and doing bad, I'm not in my right mind. When depression hits, when sorrow hits, when all these things hit me, who's going to be there? Will you be there for me? Hold me, lay your head lowly, softly then boldly, carry me there. He says, I'm only human. Lead me. Now, I think he's talking to God right here. Now, I think he's talking about to his friends and family, but I also think he's asking God, will you be there? Because I think the pressures of what he was going through at the time, like I said, he's changing his skin. He already changed his skin color, but Jacko Wacko, the tabloids, all of these things were going on. And he's looking at it. He's always asking if everybody would be around, his friends and family. But now I think he's talking to God. Now, I could be wrong. Y'all can correct me. I think he's talking to God. Right? This is a prayer right here because he said, hold me, show me, lay your head lowly, softly then boldly. So when you pray, you usually talk in a soft tone, and then the response from God is usually a bold because God is always in control. Carry me there. I think he's talking about heaven. I think this song is talking about his trying to get his way into heaven, and will God meet him there? With his friends and family on his way to heaven, try to better himself. Like I said, there's more to him than just music, being an artist. He's trying to get to a better place, and he's asking, will his friends be there? Will you help me get to where I need to be? Will and God, will you help me be there? And God, will you meet me there? Will God help me get there? And will God meet me there? That's why he's asking, carry me there. I'm only human. Lead me, still talking to God. Love me and feed me. He's talking to God again. Kiss me and free me. You know, the only one that can ultimately, your friends and family can help you, but ultimately the only one that can free you from whatever demons or whatever depression, or everything that's crushing your spirit, your will to fight, your will to live life, your will to get up and do it again and do it better, that ultimately has to come from God eventually, because he's the ultimate source. He said, I will feel blessed. I'm only human. He emphasizes, I'm only human. I'm only human. I'm only human. So I think he's looking at his life. Now he's looking back. Maybe having those little ones in his home was a mistake. He's only human. I think he said that's what. I think he's redeeming himself, like Bob Marley's song "Redemption." I think he's trying to redeem himself for making a bad mistake. You know, I think he had good intentions. You know, he giving back to the kids. But all father, he's a father figure. He don't have kids. No, he do have kids, but when you get to a certain age as a man, you have this fatherly spirit like God, and you want to pour out into the world. And I think by him giving so much love to the world, he had organizations, he was feeding people, the music, just feeding the world through his music, feeding the world literally, financially. And typically when you help people, it tends to bite you in the ass. And I think he's saying right here, I made a mistake by having these little ones in my house. I made a mistake by not standing up for myself to my father. I made a mistake, you know, doing this, being these relationships. I made a mistake. I made a mistake. So I think this song's about redemption. Carry me boldly, lift me up slowly, carry me. That's how. So going back, I think he's talking about. I think he's talking about redeeming himself again. Carry me boldly, lift me up. He's looking for God to lift him up. Friends and family, God, all these people that he relies on to lift him up. And he emphasizes again right here, carry me there. I'm only human. Save me, lift me, heal me, and bathe me. Lift me up, lift me up. That's Michael Jackson talking in the background. So this is the choir singing, heal me and bathe me. He's talking about cleaning himself. Like I said, it's a song about redemption. He said when you get all that dirt off you, you clean your thoughts, you clean your spirit, you clean your body. He's talking about heal me and bathe me. He's saying I'm only human. You know, I've done miraculous things in my lifetime, but I'm still vulnerable. Like I said, I'm still weak. I'm still battered and bruised, and I need to find my inner strength through God. Softly, you say to me, I will be there. And then see. And then it repeats. Love me and feed me, kiss me and free me, lift me up. There's a part where he said I get lonely sometimes. Let's see. Hold me, lay your head lowly. Carry me there. Oh, here we go. Lay your head lowly. So the chorus repeats itself three times. But one of the lines I want to highlight: lay your head lowly. He said, I get lonely sometimes. Softly then boldly, I get lonely sometimes. So I think he's talking about revelation. I think he's talking about redemption and asking God would he be there, would his friends be there. He's trying to get to a better place. Like I said, all the stuff he was going through. Deep song, deep song, deep song, deep song. That's some good writing right there. Y'all. This is one of them songs that, you know, if you haven't heard it, you go check it out. Michael Jackson, Will You Be There? If you have heard it, you know what I mean. And you know what I mean, you know what I mean. Hope you guys enjoyed. Until next time, goodbye, goodbye. 250, I'm gone.